It's gonna be good. Alright guys, like I showed you in the beginning, we're gonna be making a porchetta today. The other part about this is I'm doing this because my boy Red from Red's Pizza and Barbecue and Pizza told us all about this challenge. Alright, this bring awareness to childhood cancer for Team Mathias. Alright, so what he did was he made this epic burger, this huge, like massive, like 25-pound burger. I'll put the link for it below. And he just did it to bring awareness to teammathias.org, and where you can go and donate to help, you know, fight childhood cancer. Okay, so I'm doing the epic porchetta. It's huge. It's just pork on pork on pork. You know, you can't do any more epic than that. So I'm going to put the links down below for teammathias.org. I'll flash it on the screen in front of us, and you know, take a minute to go over there. Childhood cancer, you know, touches everybody. I'm sure somebody in your life has, you know, had to deal with something like that. I have, you know, we have 5 kids up in here, so you know that would be really, you know, I couldn't even think about it. Okay, so I really hope you check it out. Give some time to review it, to maybe donate a little something to it and help the cause. And if anybody out there in YouTube land that wants to do something like this, do a video like this, please feel free. All the information will be below. And it's a good cause, all right? If we could cook and do a good cause, you know, there's nothing better, all right? Come on back. Okay, real quick, I'm gonna bring you guys over here. We're gonna chop up the herbs. We're gonna chop up, I have a shallot that we're gonna chop up for the stuffing, and get this all whipped up and mixed up together, and we'll get on the grill, all right? All right, guys, we're back. Let's start chopping up these herbs, and then we'll put together this porchetta. So we're gonna take the sage and make it a little cigar bundle. You know, kind of roll it up together. And it's gonna kind of release some of the oils in there too. Oops. All right, now for some rosemary. Just take the stems and pull back on them. And I'm also have a bundle of rosemary here that I'm gonna use with olive oil and brush it on the porchetta as it's cooking. Keep it nice and fragrant and tasty, and the oil will help get that skin crisped up. Last, we got the thyme. Again, you want to try to pull off the little leaves, but you know, stems get in there, you know, life is hard. All right, so I'm gonna get that chopped up. Come on back. All right, guys, we got all the herbs chopped up now. Now let's start working on these the shallots. Again, we're leaving the root side on, and then we're gonna cut crosswise, a couple levels. All right, and then down. Get it as thin as you can while keeping everything intact. And again, it doesn't matter if it touches the herbs because it's all going to the same spot. All right, come on back and we'll, I'm gonna clean this up a little bit. Add our breadcrumbs, the Parmesan, and the oil. And now I'm gonna add the ingredients to this, the rest of the ingredients to this. This is the herbs, the shallots, and now I'm adding the breadcrumbs. So it's about half a cup of breadcrumbs. They can be seasoned, they can be unseasoned. All I have are the Italian style. Figured it works. All right, I'm gonna add about 1/4 cup of the olive oil. All right, because we want it kind of to be a little pasty. And then we're gonna add some grated Parmesan. Probably let's do 2 tablespoons. Now I'm gonna add some Himalayan pink salt. And probably about a teaspoon of cracked black. Okay. Let's stir it all up. If it looks a little too dry after you stir it, go ahead and add a little more olive oil to it. But I think we're looking all right here. There's tons of fat, obviously, in the pork, so we don't need to add tons more, and this will moisten up. I think that's what we're looking for. It's like wet sand. Let's get ready to do this. All right, so this is a full-on pork belly, skin and all. So last night, I put a little oil on it, and I salted the heck out of it with a little sea salt. All right. I let it sit overnight in the fridge, had the moisture pulled out. I patted it dry a bit, and then I scored it a little bit, and then I scored a little bit on the inside down in here, okay, and put a little olive oil in it too. So let's get ready to stuff this bad boy. Woo, look at that. All right, so first up, I have our mix right here. And I'm just gonna spread it around. Try to get it in all the little scoring, all the little marks, divots. Probably could have stood to make a little bit more, but I think we're gonna be just fine. Spread it around, get it an even layer as possible. There's a little flap there. All right, we'll put it in there too. Next step, we got some peppered bacon. So we're gonna run this lengthwise through the middle. This is just gonna add a little extra flavor. All right, last one. And I'm just gonna pat it kind of down so it all stays in place. All right. Last thing, need to get the tenderloin. Okay, so on the tenderloin, it's a little skinnier at one end, a little fatter at the other end. On our pork belly, there's more meat over here than there is over here, so we're gonna put the fat in over here. Oops. Okay. Now, we are going to roll this up and tie it off. So we'll see how this goes. This is a new one for me, guys. I'm eager to see how this works out. Oops. So we want to get a good string going. I do not know how to actually truss something all fancy like. I just know how to tie knots. So that's what we're gonna do on this one. Okay. All right, and I'm actually gonna kind of cheat. I'm gonna slide it underneath before I start rolling, just so I can get the middle part going. All right, and let's move it down this way so I know where to start from. All right, and just tuck and roll. Is this gonna be beautiful? Probably not, but I'm pretty certain it's gonna be damn tasty. Okay. All right. Just want to tie some hefty knots in it. We're gonna do it all the way through and around the edges too. All right. So I'm gonna do that. Come on back. Well, guys, she ain't the prettiest, girl at the ball, but she'll turn a few heads. All right. The Weber's already heated up. I'm gonna do it indirect, obviously. I'm gonna put some wood chunks on there. We're gonna get the set right in the middle. We're gonna turn it up really, really high. We wanna crisp the skin. So I have all the bottom vent and the top vent open pretty much all the way. And we're just gonna go. I got this iGrill Mini that I'm going to do a product review on real quick, but I'm gonna use it for this cook. All right, so look for that future video. Okay, this is ready to go. All right, I'll see you guys. We got it on. We have both Weber grates going right now, so we're gonna have heat surrounding this bad boy. Smoke on each. We got a drip pan below. All right, and yeah, I think we're doing good. We'll see how this goes. I figure this is gonna be a good 4-hour at least cook, and we'll just check it every hour or so. I got that olive oil with the
Got that olive oil with the rosemary in it, and we'll just be brushing it throughout the cook. I'll be rotating it also. I don't have a spit, so I figure every hour I'll turn it on one side or the other. Okay? All right, y'all, we're a good hour in. I'm gonna take this off. Ooh, look at that. Ooh, that's some color right there. I'm gonna put my little pan on there, a little rosemary. Alright guys, we're 3 hours in. I'm gonna get these, dust this off a little bit. I got it pretty high heat right now, so I'm gonna shut the vents down a little bit. I think we got some good crispy on the outside, and we'll call it good. Shut the vents down, probably about halfway. It's running about 500 degrees right now. All right, guys, we're back. I got the twine off as best as I could. You know, like I said earlier, she's not the prettiest dame at the ball, but she'll turn a couple heads. It's a little bit darker than I would have liked, but I think I just had my temperature just a little too high to start. But I was really trying to get that nice, you know, chicharron effect with the skin. So that was my fault, but I don't think it's gonna affect the flavor too much. All right, guys, I'm gonna get a little closer so you hear that crunch. Nice. Whew, look at that. Not bad at all. I'm using a nice, sharp, and serrated knife here. This is on fire. Woo! Look at that nice little stuff in the middle here. The tenderloin's done perfectly. Woo-wee. Look at the juices just running out. That is looking too good. All right, guys. Well, there we go. Come on back and we'll do a little taste test on this thing. All right, guys, we're back. It's done. I've shredded it up a little bit, you know, slice it up. You got to hear that. Just the crispy pork on this thing is just insane. I mean, you can hear it. It's a little darker than I wanted, but I think it was just the way I fired it up at the beginning. It got all this great smoke flavor in it. We are going to try this bad boy. All right, so I've already kind of cut a little piece over here, but I wanted to get a nice, good, healthy bite. We got skin, we got some of the fat, a little pork belly. It's gonna be good. I know you can probably hear me chewing this. It's so good. Damn, that's a good bite right there. This is freaking awesome. It wasn't that hard to do. Oh, I need to cop the one thing. In the mix, the slather I put on there, I meant to put chopped garlic in there, but I didn't. I forgot. What happens? You get a little ahead of yourself. It doesn't matter. There's so much flavor in here with the thyme and the rosemary and the sage and the shallots. The shallots are little onions. They even kind of shaped like garlic, so you gotta get the general idea. This is too good. I almost don't want to share it with the world. Oh, it's freaking awesome. I'm proud of this one. Oh, wow. All right, guys. So getting back to, this is an epic pork roast here. This porchetta is out of control. So let's remember why we did something epic today. We did it for teammathias.org. Check it out. The link is below. Big Red, thanks for bringing me in on this. I'm sorry it took so long to get this going, but I finally got it in there. I wanted to do something I've never done before, take me out of my comfort zone. And I think we succeeded. This is freaking amazing. I don't even know what other way to put it. Like, this is just wow. All right. Wow. All right, guys. While I'm sitting here being proud of myself, I'm gonna go ahead and say goodbye. I really appreciate you coming along today, and again, thank you for cooking with CJ. Take care.